Good evening, everybody. Welcome. How's it going? Happy Sunday. I am going to give you a second to hop on, but I just got back inside. It's so beautiful here in Colorado today, and I spend a lot of time outside, both at the pool and then when I get tired of the sun, because I try not to get too much sun on my face. I always wear a hat. I went and sat on our porch, which is covered, and just did some reading, and it was really nice because most of the time I'm working and it's just nice to take that step back and breathe and enjoy the outdoors, and it felt really good. Happy Father's Day to all of our fathers. I know there's probably not any fathers in this group because we're mostly women in this group, but still, happy Father's Day to all of your fathers, husbands, boyfriends, dog dads, all of the above. Hi everybody, thanks for hopping on. So I'm really excited to share this beautiful Sunday night with you and do this more often because I want to get to know you all better, okay? So I know a lot of the women who have worked with me one-on-one, the women who are in my 21 Days of Healing group. We're going live here shortly for that as well. And but I don't know all of you in our Facebook group, and I know I've commented and maybe talked to you, but I'd love to get to know you better, and I'd love to give you the opportunity to get to know me better too. So that's why we're here, and I just want to learn and share and have fun and do cool soul sister stuff. So hi Al, welcome, thanks for joining. Introduce yourself below, or just say hi, say that you're listening tonight. And again, I'm really excited you're here and excited to get to know you better. And I'd love to know too, this is a question I have that I don't ask people very often. How did you find us? I'd love to know how you found this group and how people are finding us, because I really don't promote this group at all. I promote on my Instagram that I have a Facebook group, but I don't do any Facebook ads or anything at this point in my business, Autoimmune Tribe LLC. But so I'd love to know, how did you find us? All right, as you guys are thinking about that, tonight I want to talk about energy medicine, energetic medicine, and energy healing. So first of all, who knows what this is? What does it mean to you? Have you heard of subtle energy bodies? What do you know about energy medicine? I'd love to get that information from you as a beginning, as a starting point to know where you're at. What does that mean to you? Have you gotten energy work done? Do you go to an energy healer? What does that look like for you in your life? And let me know. Because I was sitting at the pool today, like I said, and thinking, what am I going to talk about tonight? And just really letting it come naturally, right? Letting this come naturally and trying to figure out what would be interesting for you guys to know. So I decided that yesterday I posted something about, holy crap, I'm going big. So I decided that tonight we're going to talk a little bit about energy medicine, which flows nicely into my announcement on what the heck I'm doing next in my business, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to just announce that tonight for fun, and you guys will all know. Let's see here. Let's catch up on comments. Laura says, hi, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Back to you, Laura. Leslie says, hi, got diagnosed with Graves, mercury poisoning, adrenal fatigue 4 years ago, and started using food as medicine. Amen, sister. Then, there's a fly in this room. Then got into energy and crystals and got Reiki certified, looking for a soul sister community. Found you last year on Instagram and your balanced life, Leslie. Yes, I follow you as well, Leslie, and you have a beautiful Instagram. Laura says, just seeing your face makes me smile. Thank you a million for these videos. You're welcome, girlfriend. And just like what Leslie said in her comment, looking for a soul sister community. That is what I want too. This is what I want for all of you here. And I want to be able to talk about everything. I want to talk about sex drive. I want to talk about energy medicine. I want to talk about crystals. I want to talk about food as medicine. All of the things, okay? So today, we're going to keep it simple. I'm not going to try to overwhelm you at all, but feel free to comment and just let me know what you think about this and what energy medicine means to you. Are you familiar with it? And I'm just going to give you this quick breakdown that mostly comes from the book I just posted on Instagram, which is by Cindy Dale. Now I can't remember the title of it. I can post it for you guys, or go look at my Instagram. And just want to break this down, okay? So short and sweet, let's talk about this in the most simple of ways. So your words, okay? The words I'm speaking to you right now, aka semantics, right? This language that we have, the words that we communicate to each other, they take on geometric forms, okay? So words can take on these like crystalline structures or triangles or mandala shapes, right? And we've seen this in some of the water studies. I wanted to post this with you, to you guys. It's Dr. Masaru Emoto. Google him, or there's YouTube videos too. And he shows very cool the way that our even emotions or words, so if you like cuss into a container of water and you say fuck, the structure of that water is going to change versus if you are saying I love you, 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 okay? And that's just a really simple way to see how some of these vibrations and our words can take on these different forms, right? So we've seen this in these water studies, but our words take on these geometric forms. Cool, right? So as humans, we are made of energy. And this is something that we talk a little bit about in just like elementary science, right? Maybe middle school science. But everything in the world is made of energy. We are made of energy. Everything around us is made of energy. We've got essential oils made of energy. What do we got? We've got feathers, animals made of energy, right? All these things are made of energy. That we know. And energy can be simply defined as information that vibrates, okay? I want you to remember that. Energy equals information that vibrates. So we can see the way that energy expresses itself in different ways, right? As patterns, as sounds, as the skin on our body, as the organs inside of us, as our thoughts, right? So this energy expresses itself in many different ways. I'm excited to talk to you. That energy is coming out through my voice. If I were scared to talk to you, or I was feeling sick or something, right? Like you might hear me less energy in my voice, right? So energy is this really cool thing. Energy medicine is this really cool thing that I am really into. And subtle energy is, okay, so we have this energy, right, that you can see. Like you can see the way that my hair has grown in my head, the energy of my skin, right? The energy of this paper, right? But subtle energy is energy that is too high or too low frequency to be measured. Okay, that's where I lose a lot of people. I think that's where a lot of people get lost because it's not visible to the human eye, okay? However, I think this is a huge blessing because think about if you could see all of the energy, all the subtle energy around us. I would have constant panic attacks personally where if I could see the way... If I could see the skin growing and, flaking off of my body like every second, if I could see the vibrations of our voice, right, and like the way that comes out, that would be really overstimulating for me personally. Comment below if you feel the same way, okay? So subtle energy is too high or too low frequency to be measured or seen, right? And so even though you can't see it, doesn't mean that it's supernatural or paranormal or only like psychics can sense it, or that it has to be scary, because oftentimes we think that what we can't see then equals fear equals scary. Well, it doesn't have to be scary. It's just energy. It's just freaking energy, right? We're all energy. The world is made of energy. Simple, 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 right? Energy equals information that vibrates. So subtle energy operates on a different plane than physical energy, and it follows some different rules as well. So when I think back on my education of science, right, and again, like in physics class, maybe in high school, traditional science told me that energy was this source of, I want to say energy, force, okay? Energy equals force, that we need energy to roll the ball down the hill, right? That's what I think of when I think of like physics class and energy in the traditional science way that it was taught. Subtle energy equals, again, information that vibrates. So it doesn't necessarily have to be this force, but it's just information. It's not good, it's not bad, it's completely neutral, right? Information that vibrates. So science also agrees with that, but it's just not necessarily the frame, the lens that we've been taught it in school, okay? So another example of this would be that in the way science teaches, right? Information, this energy, right, tells an atom or a cell to be a liver cell or a kidney cell, right? So there's this information telling it what to do, right? Or else what would we just, I don't know what we would be, but our body knows, right, the information to become like the eye and your hair and your teeth, right? Just the way that energy equals information that vibrates. This information says that this oil should stay inside the bottle instead of, diffusing through the bottle or overflowing or something, right? There's like these rules, right? So the oil stays inside the bottle. Everything in the universe vibrates. So what's vibration? Vibration, again, thinking back to physics class, is amplitude and frequency, okay? And through the amplitude and frequency, we can do this, or we can go whoop, 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 whoop. And that equals the oscillation, okay? And that oscillation carries the information that can either be stored or applied, right? So energy through our voice, right? So we're applying that energy to communicate, right? Other energy can be stored. Think more about like cell metabolism in your body, okay? So even though energy medicine is seen as more Eastern or alternative or possibly integrative, Western medicine also utilizes energetic medicine all the time. It's just seen as more woo-woo, right? But energy medicine is certainly utilized by Western or traditional medicine, not just Eastern medicine, not just energy healers. Energetic medicine is used in prescription drugs, right? So prescription drugs what they do is they alter the vibration through chemical information that then instructs cellular behavior. Okay, I'll say that again, it's kind of complicated. Because you think, okay, pop this pill and then my headache goes away. But what it's doing is it's altering the vibration in your body through this chemical information inside of the pill that then instructs a cellular process or behavior, aka reducing inflammation for reducing a headache, something like that, okay? So a little complicated, I know, but that's just an example of Western medicine using energetic medicine through prescription drugs. Or we can think about some of the images that we use on a vibrational level through Western medicine, traditional medicine, like an X-ray or an MRI, again, using energy medicine. So energy medicine, my point is not like this crazy, paranormal, scary thing. It's just that it's a very simple thing, right? So subtle energy fields are bands of energy that expand beyond the body, the physical plane. They operate on a different plane than the physical body and beyond the skin, okay? So I like to think of this, has anyone ever had like an out-of-body experience where you feel like you're a little bit up here, right? Even if you're like coming off of anesthesia, that might be an experience too. Or you're having a really like intuitive moment or some sort of like deja vu or something, or even reflecting on a past experience. Anyways, whatever that out-of-body experience may have felt like for you, even on the smallest level, is to me more of this feeling within your subtle energy field than in the physical body, right? So it makes sense that we call it this out-of-body experience because you're sensing, you're picking up the energy that is in the outside of the skin, right? So we all have subtle energy. So does the earth, so do animals, so do plants, but there are also artificial energies that we as humans have created, things like cell phones and the EMFs that electromagnetic frequencies that cell phones give off, okay? So there is subtle energy all around us. So this group is about autoimmune disease, right? What's the connection here? I've been talking about all the science and energy medicine and why should you care, right? What's the connection? So I like to throw this stat out a lot, which is that the CDC, Center for Disease Control, says that there's an emotional component to 85% of all disease, okay? That to me is a really cool statistics to throw out there, because I think some people think that it's purely physical and things like stress don't impact it, or trauma, or sadness, or negative self-talk, or negative thought pathways, right? So this is saying that there is an emotional component to disease, and our emotions are our thought waves to our beliefs, the things that make up our world, make up our life, okay? And our subtle energies and structures create this physical reality. What does that mean? A good way to explain this is using the chakra system as a roadmap. So it's saying that there's this subtle energy outside of your body that then dictates a physical manifestation inside of your body. What does that mean? Say you have an imbalance in your heart chakra, and chakras are part of the subtle energy bodies or subtle energy system. Imbalance in your heart chakra, and you may have constriction in a heart valve. Or maybe you have an imbalance in your throat chakra and you have neck pain or shoulder pain. Or you have an imbalance in your third eye chakra and you get chronic migraines, right? So these are imbalances in the energy field that then affect you on the physical plane in a physical way. Laura says, absolutely, my husband and I both have autoimmune diseases sparked by emotional triggers. Yeah, and that's why I love all of you in this group, because I think you're in this group because you realize that there's an emotional component to disease. So using the chakra system as a roadmap is one easy way to think about this and see how our emotional health then manifests as this physical disease, right? And we're here because we either have autoimmune disease or have symptoms of autoimmune disease, or I know many of you have other things like chronic migraines, right? So, but again, back to this autoimmune disease and illness, I'm going to present something, a new idea to you maybe, right? What if by then examining those fields, the subtle energy fields and channels and bodies, that then we could diagnose the problems before they happen? So for example, you find an imbalance in your sacral chakra before you get an ovarian cyst, something like that, right? Just as an example. That would be really cool for all of us, right? And for all of us to then deeper understand where the blockage is in our body, or prevent more autoimmune disease, because as many of you already know, once you have an autoimmune disease, you're more likely to develop one or multiple other autoimmune diseases, which is, I think, the case for a lot of us here as well. It's like we started with celiac, or we started with Hashis, and then we got Graves, or we got Addison's, or there's something that it's like this snowball effect, right? It doesn't get better, it just packs on to each other, okay? So that would be really cool, right? If we can find these energetic blocks, clear them with information, and then allow our body, our physical health, to then be cleared or balanced as well, so the symptoms go away. So consider sending this energetic information to that part of the body, right? So for example, I have a bad shoulder, okay? Sending this energetic information to my shoulder in order to rebalance the energy of my shoulder, remove any blocks, and then my shoulder pain is gone, right? So I know this might seem very new for some of you, right? But good health, right, our ideal health, is when the organism, right, us, and all of its components, meaning things like organs, vibrate at the optimum function. So if you have low vibration in your shoulder, you'll have shoulder pain, okay? Let me know if that makes sense to you. Have I lost you, or does it make sense? And the body wants to reestablish this harmony, right? When there is this energetic disturbance, for example, we create some energetic disturbances, things like surgery, right? Say I had my gallbladder out, and I have, my body was cut open in order to do that, okay? And they stitched me back up, right? And so there's this disturbance in the energy of my skin, but my body wants to heal it, right? My body wants to come back into harmony, wants to come back into balance. And so, my white blood cells in my skin tissue start to repair it and bring it back into harmony. And so the body wants to create this harmony. Whereas things like pathogens, right, things like viruses disrupt the harmony of our body, the energetic balance of our body, and then we send the information via mostly, not for a virus, but for like a bacterial infection, you put the antibiotic in your body, which sends information to that bacteria to die, basically, right? And so problem with that is then it flushes out all of the bacteria, good and bad, in your body, which is why antibiotics, I think, probably have led to a lot of our leaky guts. But bringing back to center here, our body wants to be in harmony. How can we support it, right? And I'm going to dig deeper into some of this energy stuff and subtle energy medicine at another date, but I just wanted to give you guys this basic idea of the energy body, energetic medicine, and why it matters for autoimmune disease. How could we, right, be empowered to understand the energetic blockages that are then creating physical symptoms in our body, right? So now I want to tell you what my little announcement is. Big announcement, right? Let's not downplay it. It's big for me. We are going to take a little bit of a shift here in Okay. I just pushed the home button on my phone and everything went away for a second. So the other day I signed up and purchased the Ness Health System. And you guys can Google that, and Wendy Myers has a wonderful podcast. Her website's liveto110.com, and she has many podcasts on what this Ness Health System is. But it's coming. And what I'm going to be able to do is just by putting your hand on this scanner, and I've had this done to myself. I've been experimenting on myself before I invested in it and had amazing results. So you put your hand on this scanner. It scans your energy body. It tells me through a computer software on the computer. It's so detailed. It's so cool. Exactly where the energetic blocks are. I had my scan done by a practitioner who had never seen my face, and we had only emailed, right? I don't even know if we'd emailed, maybe we just talked on the phone, and she knew exactly where the inflammation was in my body through this scan without me filling out a health history or telling her what my complaints were or anything, right? So it's this really, really cool new technology for energy medicine practitioners where put your hand on the scanner, you can see where the blockages are in your body, and then beyond that, it comes with what's called a My Health, which allows the blockages to clear. If I work with you as an in-person client, I could just do that on your body. Looking for a massage table so I can take clients in my home. And if not, there's also these things called infoceuticals. They are basically structured information that come in droplets, and just like I talked about sending information through prescription drugs to your body to then instruct these cellular processes or behaviors, these are just information, infoceuticals, that's why they're called infoceuticals, that you put into your body to clear both physical and emotional blocks. So you could start to, for example, balance your chakras through these infoceuticals, but you could also do things like clear the blockages in your liver, or clear a blockage in an emotional level, something like trauma, right? Or groundedness. There's one called chill as well that allows the fight or flight response to not be so constant, right? This low-grade constant fight or flight starts to turn that off, tell your body it's safe. And it tells you which order your body wants to heal in, okay? So this is brand new to me. I never would have considered this, that your body wants to heal in a specific way. So say you want to heal your elbow, but your body's not ready to do that. First it wants to heal your heart, then it wants to heal your elbow, right? So this is actually working with your body in the way and order that it wants to work in, before you just start, you know, you choose, right? Like the conscious mind chooses. This is working more with the subconscious mind and what your body wants and what your body's ready for. Sammy says, my friend had this done and it was pretty spot on with her health conditions. Yeah, that was how it was for me too, which is why I thought it was so freaking amazing and decided to roll with it for a little bit longer just to make sure that I really liked it, and didn't really talk about it. I think I mentioned it once in the group, and then after experimenting with myself for a little while, decided this is something that I want to bring to all of you. And I'm not offering it yet, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it's something that's coming my way and then eventually your way, and excited to keep you guys updated, give you more information on how this works, really break it down for you so you do understand the science, because some people need that, right? I'm one of those people. I need to understand how the hell it works before I have it done, because when my mind understands how it works, it's easier for me to process and to visualize. I'm a very visual person, so I like to visualize how it's working in my body personally. So do you guys have any questions? That's my big announcement. Nest Health is coming my way. I can do virtual scans too, or like online scans. So all I do is send you a scanner, so you can do it at home. They send you a scanner, you plug it into your computer, put your hand on it, push submit, and that's it, right? So then it gets sent to me, we talk on the phone, and I go through and share my screen with you so you can see on a very, very specific level where the blockages are in your body. And I think that the people that this is really cool for is the people who are doing everything right, but aren't seeing results. Like where are you still stuck? And sometimes asking that question is like, well, I feel freaking stuck, but I don't know where I'm stuck, right? And so this is a really visual way for you to be able to see where these blockages are, and then be able to do things like change your diet, or take the infoceuticals, or come do an energy session with me, a healing session with me, in order to clear some of these blockages in your life. Okay? Well, it just turned 6 o'clock here, which means I have to finish this video and hop over to 21 Days of Healing. We're on day 18, and I've got to go live there right now. So I'm out of time, but if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them, provide links, information. I'll keep you updated on when this actually starts happening, but I'm excited to talk to you next Sunday. We'll do something completely different, but this week I just wanted to talk to you all about energy medicine. All right, I love you all. Have a great Sunday. Bye.